Hey guys, welcome to Toomey Presents. Today we have to talk about Sony and them getting outside of Blu-ray rewritables, but it makes, from the press release I saw, it's kind of like Sony is planting the seed to get outside of physical media altogether. Now, we have seen a trend from Sony in the past couple of months, and I need to talk about this on the main channel, so this is why I'm not putting it away on news. This is a main channel exclusive. Yeah, looks like Sony may be planting the seed to eventually get out of physical media. And this is quite concerning because they've made that deal with Disney, and every physical media collector has said they made that deal with Disney, they're not going anywhere, they're going to continue releasing. But Sony has said in the past, they're going to continue releasing physical media until it's no longer profitable for them. And I believe we may be getting to that point. I mean, we saw things going down in how many exclusives are coming out from Sony. We saw, obviously, they're releasing stuff still, but it's not like where they were putting everything out like the Bad Boys and, everything else that comes from Sony. It's not like it once was with Sony. And even with PlayStation games, they're still doing, like, they put Astro Bot out on gaming, but it's still not like the amount of new releases from Sony for the PS5 that we once saw. And even with the disc drive on the new PlayStation Pro and the PlayStation Slim, those things are pretty hard to get. I think we're at the point now where I would expect to see in the next maybe year, Sony get out of physical, like the players. I would expect them to maybe fold the player division of like, the Sony players, the 4K players. Now, whether they discontinue the PlayStation one, I don't think they will discontinue the PlayStation one, because when they go to the next generation PS6, I feel like they're going to still need that for people to go back and play PS4 games. That will be a big problem. PS4 and PS5 games, people did buy them. They would want to be able to say, oh, you buy our console? No worries, you can play your games on it. But this is the start of something, I feel. This is the start of maybe Sony exiting the game altogether. And it is concerning. I said I would make a video if that announcement ever comes, and it came recently. It came in the form of Sony doing a press release. And let me say, Sony is one of the one of the companies that put Blu-ray on the map. So if Sony folds, I feel like the industry follows. And yes, we will still have Panasonic. Panasonic, in terms of the players, I consider them the best in the world at the moment in terms of players. But I just don't see a future where if Sony's out of the game and no more Blu-rays are coming out from Sony and Warner Brothers and so on, then I feel like Panasonic are just going to say, you know what? We've got a TV division, we've got all these other things. I think they still make fridges and that. I think they would see other avenues. But, man oh man. Sony announcing this week that they're exiting the rewritable stuff. Now, that's what the press release was for. Rewritables. DVD and Blu-ray rewritables, also mini disc and other stuff as well. I know there was another one in there. But, obviously a lot of people might not have been writing. And let me say, they have not announced their ending manufacturing of their own Blu-rays. But as I said, I believe this is a planting the seed sort of thing. They are testing it out to say, you know what? Maybe not everything has to come out on PS6. Maybe the main version of the PlayStation 6 is a digital exclusive one. And yes, they'll still have something that you can pay like $1,300, $1,400 for that has a disc drive, but I feel like it's not going to be the main console. We are in an era right now where it looks like Sony is starting to get cold feet with Blu-ray. And yeah, it's quite concerning. And physical media collectors are all over YouTube saying, it's the end, it's raining fire. They may be justified in this one. And it's not because, look, they have not announced they're getting out of it today. They are not announced they're getting rid of upcoming releases. They've still got to pull Venom out, Spider-Man 4 when it comes out. That's still got to come out on Blu-ray. But I think maybe 3 or 4 years away now, like, they will start wrapping down production and going like, okay, if we want Sony releases to come out, let's just make a side deal and give it to Criterion, or let's just make a side deal and give it to Arrow Video. And we'll do the same thing Disney done with us. We'll do that with the other companies. We'll get a bit of a kick, but we don't have to worry about any of the manufacturing. I believe that's where Sony's going with it. And it's just a side thing. It's like they don't have to worry about it then. But yeah, what a what a concerning press release. And I don't believe, as I said, it's just for rewritables. I need to keep stating that. It's only for rewritables, what they've announced. But this plants the seed for something bigger, I feel. Yeah. Tell me what you think down in the comments, guys. What do you make of this press release? I feel like maybe they get out of Blu-ray players altogether in the next year or two. And for the PlayStation, I feel like they'll still have a drive in the next PlayStation or up until a certain point. But man, oh man, even with the disc drive on the PS5 Slim and Pro, I hear that thing's hard to get. I've got the original PlayStation 5, so, or not the original, like the first revision or something. But my disc drive's built into the console, but I've heard this new console, the disc drive is almost impossible to get. It's like, it's very hard to track down. Yeah, quite concerning. Let me know what you think, guys. I'll leave a couple of videos over here. Maybe you'll like one. Yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll get back to you in the next one. Peace.